into a bit of a snag when recording and uploading this game, which is that the volume for the microphone in the game were incredibly low. So I'm upping the volume for both the desktop and the microphone. I'm hoping that does something to help. I also realized that I mumbled when I was on this, so I'm going to try to speak a little louder and clearer going forward. Try to. For the time being, playing doing an evil run with Vampire. Here goes.
I'll go ahead.
All right.
I know the way.
This way. Waver.
Yep.
Follow my lead.
Rely on me.
Charge.
I know what to do.
Open your heart to me. Save the last one for me.
Nothing to it. Health potions, braces of armor. Scroll and flip wounds is good. Alright. Over here. Scroll and flip wounds on you. Had it on relatively useless. Currently, no one's benefiting from the bracers of armor. Right. Give her the potions. That's everything.
We will win this war.
Focus on the goal.
Well?
For now, whenever I come across an enemy, if I don't accidentally trigger combat,
The heartbeat quickens.
are the darkness.
Hold on. Who did sneak attack damage? Oh, Anivia. Okay, yeah. Of course she did. Outside of being able to sell that stuff, I don't even know what's the point. But it's extra money, I guess.
No, I can't just walk away. It's got to be here somewhere.
You struggle to make out the man's features in the gloom. As soon as he steps into the circle of light, however, you realize that you have never encountered a creature like this before. The stranger looks like the work of a vivisectionist who attempted to stitch together a lizard and a man.
Windwalk!
The man notices you and freezes. The curling horn protruding from his head casts a malevolent shadow on the cave wall.
Lan, did you find it? Who is that?
The woman looks just as strange as her companion, like a cross between a cat and a spider. When she catches sight of you, she immediately drops into a fighting stance. Her movements reveal the lethal grace of a wild predator.
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls, no doubt. Wait. They might know what's going on up there.
And stops her with a gesture. Evil attack. Monsters like you don't deserve to live. No, I'm a vampire. Let's see. Demons are laying waste to Canabras. This place. You know what? Demons are laying waste to this. Demons are laying waste to Canabras.
If things are as bad as you say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze.
I realize that you guys have your own troubles, but we need to be in Canabras. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
Who are you, tieflings? No, who are you, tieflings?
Tieflings are the descendants of people who sullied themselves by mating with demons. Our ancestors would never sink that low. We are the underground crusaders, the children of the Crusade's finest.
Sadly, underground crusaders is a bit of a mouthful, so people usually just call us mongrels.
You just love repeating that, don't you, Lan? Mongrels. That's what the Uplanders call us. But we call ourselves Neathers.
No matter what you call us, it's not gonna stop our horns, hooves, or tails from growing.
I've never heard of the underground crusaders before.
In Canabras, they're called mongrels. People say that they come up to the surface at night and eat anyone foolish enough to wander alone after midnight. To tell you the truth, I thought you guys were just a tale to tell kids at night.
That's human gratitude for you. Our forefathers suffered the consequences of demonic corruption, all to protect Mendev and Golarion. And for what? So we could become monsters used to frighten children.
Every mongrel has their own take on it. Our chief, for example, thinks of us as something like a reserve military force. He thinks we're standing by until the moment we're needed, and when we emerge on the surface and save the day, all the people will see how good we are and they'll love us for it. Yeah, he leaves that last part out when he talks about it, of course, but it's easy enough to read between the lines.
What is this place?
This is the hall where we remember the glory of our forebears. Sorry about the mess. It doesn't usually look like this, trust me. Sometimes we even wipe the dust off the exhibits.
This is where the relics of the first Crusaders are displayed. Our lives are short. Our glories are quickly forgotten. But this place helps us to remember that we are just as worthy as anyone else, and that our lives are not lived in vain.
The first Crusaders? You've been down here that long? That's crazy.
I could try to kill them, but there's no point. Like, my character's already full-on neutral evil. There's no way to get further evil. Right, what are you doing here?
That's none of your
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold. Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the underground crusaders to take up arms. If we get the holy sword, we might be able to change the chief's mind.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame and will burn anyone who touches it. You think you're special, Lan?
Heaven is a plane in the outer sphere, a realm of pure righteousness, where the forces of good gather to aid those of less virtuous planes and help worthy souls find rest. Though inconceivably large, it appears to most viewers as a mountain with a mysteriously floating peak. Heaven's residents see law and goodness as largely the same force. Order is the greatest good, and goodness is the greatest order. They recognize the good intentions of the Azatas of Elysium, but view them as misguided children. Similarly, they oppose the lawful evil forces of hell, but credit them with intelligence and believe that they can at least be reasoned into truces and stalemates, and perhaps even redeemed.
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
Wenduog shrugs and turns away. Maze. Does it really lead to the surface?
Yes. There are other ways up, but they are far from here, and after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they've collapsed. But the maze... There's a legend among our people that when the walls of the maze fall, that will be a signal for us, the underground crusaders, that the time has come to go up to the surface and fight the demons in the final confrontation. Until then, the people say the maze is shielding us from taking rash actions. I'm the only one in our whole tribe to have been in the maze. And even I don't know if it's true. But the further I went in the maze, the fresher the air became. That means that it really must lead to the surface.
When the ceiling and walls started shaking, the young ones in our tribe lost their heads. They figured the maze was going to collapse, so it was time to go up to the surface. They grabbed whatever weapons were on hand and ran off toward the maze. They think the maze is no longer a danger to them. They've been listening to Wendwog too much.
Don't try to blame this on me. Yes, I told them that our people are capable of making our way through the maze. In the future. But I always told them to wait until I had made a map of all the maze's dangers. I warned them 100 times. But it was no use. My words just went in one ear and out the other.
The Sword of Holy Flame? How did it wind up down here?
It came here with its owner. A long time ago. 50,000 gongs to be precise.
70 years ago, in Uplander time.
50,000 gongs ago, our forebears found a dead angel here, along with the bodies of his comrades. The tribe gave them a dignified burial, and they were laid to rest with their weapons. But the flaming angelic sword was stuck in a rock, and no one was able to pull it out. It burned to the touch, like real fire. So the rock was placed over the angel's grave. It should be here somewhere.
Maybe the angel will dig himself out and find the sword for us. That might be our best shot in this chaos.
Lan, watch your tongue.
Let's see. You find the sword faster if we work together. I'll help you. Obviously not. That's too good for what I'm trying to do. Alright, I can help you, but you're going to have to pay for it.
Of course. How about we do this? You help us, and we don't leave you here to rot in these underground tunnels that only we know. I think that sounds fair.
Yeah, and we could throw in a dozen fresh rats to sweeten the deal. That's a tempting offer in these parts. Help us, and we'll help you. This is very important. Wendwog believes the maze leads to the outside. She knows what she's talking about.
All right, underground folks, you got yourselves a deal. But if you find the sword first, don't forget we helped you. Our agreement still stands.
What a find!
Found anything?
Copper ring. That'll help locals stand. Who has the highest lore religion in this party? +3. +1. +3. Okay.
This is not possible.
Statue of an unknown race. Techniques. See, the technique is crude, but the figure was clearly crafted with genuine feeling. Basically just ingredients.
Now, what is that?
As it should be.
What do we have here?
The room looks like an improvised museum. Or perhaps some kind of temple. Gems. Again, just stuff to sell. I am going to need the money, mainly because I'm trying to
I found
trying to take advantage
something.
of the scribe scrolls. Gems again.
Now what is that?
Wait, where are you going? I haven't found a relic yet.
That is not far.
Look at candy.
What's that there?
Right.
I found something.
And this is the question. I've done this run before several times. It's not like it's a mystery. A strange flash pierces the gloom, and Alucard feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound healed by Torrendolef reopens and roots sparkles. But there is no pain or weakness. A hazy scene a cave chamber. This one or another woman's home. Alucard's heart beats quickly. Stream of thoughts suddenly burst into his mind. Thoughts that clearly belonged to him. Treachery, they betrayed me, trapped me, and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect, the people for whom I descended from heaven, and came to this turbulent energy world. There they are, up ahead, in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I am about to die from my traitor's blow? Next to me, a quiet man. A girl with a golden braid lies on the rocks, clutching her slashed side. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I still have strength, I must. While recognizing the foreign origin of these thoughts, Alucard intuits that he can control them somehow. Let's try to heal the wounded girl, furiously call out the traitors. Well, a spark of healing magic illuminates the healing of the scene before Alucard. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whispers, "Darling, you said that everything was going to change soon. You said you and the other warriors of heaven would be leading us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true?" The frenzy of foreign thoughts comes faster and faster. Like a rushing river, the images flash by one after another. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars. A young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword. A majestic golden-winged angel gazing into the distance, his face covered by a helmet that was glistening in blood. Only if you're willing, and only if you're ready, there is no going back. Then don't waste your breath, your strength healing me, the girl whispers. Your mission is more important. You, take care. It is near. Something massive appears from within its depths. A vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirruping and rustling emanates from the shadow. The sound piercing like hot irons lancing through flesh and bone. The traitors fall to their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy. And the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. The yawning chest wound burns white hot. Elkar's head pounds with pain, and it is no longer clear whose pain it is. The person called Lario who sent this vision, or the one unlucky enough to receive it. Then can choose to make it known. I will say the Elcard is determined to fight off the illusion or trauma. The Elcard knows how to resist malign influence such as this, no matter its origin. Well, alright, so I have a +8 to that, so I just have to roll not a 1. Alright, hold on. The problem with the music being loud, there is a reason for it. Hello, Tormented Cell, by the way. See, I recorded yesterday and uploaded this, and the video, the volume on both the music and my voice was horribly silent. It's very hard to hear anything. So I had to up the volume on something. And it's like, I'm hoping it works, but if you can't hear me, like I can alter the volume a little bit, but only a little bit. I don't want people to have to raise the volume too much just to be able to hear the voice acting and cutscenes and such. Can you hear me better now? I lowered it a little bit. Would it not be easier to turn your mic up? I turned it up to max. That's the problem. The microphone doesn't get any higher. Hold on, let me Alt-Tab and double check the settings on the computer itself. Let's see. Open sound settings. Can't add a gain in OBS. I don't know what that means. To give you an idea on where we stand on that. I don't even know what that means. What do you mean an add a gain in OBS? Maybe I could. As I alt-tab the game, it's obviously quiet, but still. Also, last recording I was mumbling too much, so I'm trying to make an active effort to speak loud and clear. Hopefully that helps. But it's like, I'm worried about the quality of everything. Let's see. Looks like the microphone is as high as it can be, which is pretty bad, considering I'm trying to fix the mic. Oh, manage sound devices. Yeah, nope. So, on the mic source, you can add filters. On the mic source, if you can add filters, gain should be under that. Alright, hold on. So, under mic, auxiliary. Okay, so, yeah, I see filters. What am I supposed to put here? Edit filters? Alright. Add a filter. What am I supposed to put exactly? Oh. So, gain. Alright, so here. It says gain. Add a new. Click filters and imagine gain is one of the options. Yeah, I see it. I have no idea what that means, but okay. Gain. So what is that? Currently it's set at 0. 0.0. What's the recommended to change it to? And also, what is that supposed to do? Like, do I keep it at 0.0? Is it better to add it or subtract from it? And again, the question is, what is this supposed to do? I'll actually wait for the response. It raises the volume. Oh, so it makes it so that my voice won't have to be drowned out by the music. Alright, in that case, if I keeping it at 0 is probably not what I'm supposed to do, then I'll raise it to 2.5. Ideally, you should be able to hear the music from the game and set it so that you're louder. All right, I'll set it to, I guess, what's the max? You can set it to a max of 30. I'll set it to 14.6. All right, let's see. All right, testing, 1, 2. Too loud. Sorry. Filters, edit, go to the game. Okay. Personally, I had mine set at 9.8. Alright. I'll put mine to 7.2 because I'm still going to have moments where I speak up. Alright. How is it now? So, second test. This is at 7.2. Too loud, just enough, okay. Let me know. Could do a little louder, okay? I'll try your idea or your suggestion of doing the 9.8. We'll see how that goes. Okay, it's 9.7, but trying to change it by point is kind of hard. Alright. Again, alright, third test. Checking. How is it compared to the volume of the game? Too loud? Too better? Alright. Thank you again. We're going to keep the settings at this for the time being. You're clear above it. Good. What was that? Oh, I think I just answered this. Alright. The force of the attack, though originating in a vision, is terrifying, but Alucard is stronger. He shakes off the pain and torpor, but alas, the one who sent the vision cannot claim the same. He is broken and exhausted. The monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real. It exists only in this strange vision or memory. But the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features starkly resemble those of Discard, the terrifying demon lord, in a movement as swift as thought itself. The monster's hand is wrapped around the throat of the one they called Lario. The foolish angel struggling on the rocks, like a fly with its wings torn off. Intones the shadow, its voice changes as it moves, shifting from a quiet whispering to a sonorous shout, becoming young then old and quavering. Where is your goddess, angel? Where is her self-assured herald? How is it that you are dying here alone so far from the light of your heaven? Another useful feature is a noise gate. I started using a noise gate because my old chair squeaked a lot. Okay. Where do I find the noise gate? Well, while you type that information, we're going to read into these. Descari. Larger than an elephant, this towering insectile nightmare wields a scythe made of bone. His wings are swarms of biting flies, and his inhuman eyes glitter with cruel intelligence. Descari, demon lord of chasms, infestations, and locusts, is believed by many scholars to be the usher of the apocalypse. He carved his realm from the raw matter of the abyss, using the great scythe Rift Carver, a weapon he crafted from the remains of the strange creature his father Pazuzu made it with tens of thousands of years ago. Descari and his cult long plagued the northern nation of Sarkoris, where his cultists were eventually driven into the Lake of Mist and Veils by Aradin. Yet upon Aradin's death, Descari's influence on Galarian ripened and burst, transforming Sarkoris into the demon-haunted whirlwind. It's under the same option for cutting out background noise. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Alright, understood. I already read about heaven, but there's a description for angels here. Angels are a group of altruistic celestials native to all three upper planes, Nirvana, Heaven, and Elysium. They represent all the multiple interpretations of goodness. The eldest angels were one of the first creations of the primordial deities of good, making them one of the oldest races in the great beyond. And were trained as celestial guardians and servants from birth. Most serve their creators to this day. Most angels in modern times come from ascended good mortal souls rather than direct divine creation. Sometimes these souls even retain aspects of their mortal forms. Right. A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Larian. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before this enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl. Releasing his grip on Lariel's throat, the angel falls back heavily on the rocks. His vitality is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword, and with his last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Alucard senses that the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this: "You will kill me, monster. This I know. But one day, someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up and punish evildoers and traitors. I'm evil, so we're gonna avoid that. Save and protect the innocent. It's as close as we can go." Right. The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. Alucard does not hear the final words, but he seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. The words fly from his lips, and with them something else. The heat blazing in Alucard's chest fades away. The edges of the scarlet wound close, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Alucard sees the flaming sword in his hand, or rather, its outline, the memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes, and the light is drawn into his hand. Alucard senses that it will return. All he need do is call it. Learn more about the Netflix DMC anime. Devil May Cry? Yeah. Okay.
Hey! Are you alright? You were kinda glowing just now.
Sela kneels before the light, offering up a prayer to Iomade. Iomade, also known as the Inheritor, Light of the Sword and Lady of Valor, is the goddess of righteous valor, justice, and honor. Having served as Eridan's herald, she inherited many of the last Aslante's followers upon his death, and continues to espouse the ideas of honor and righteousness in the defense of good and the battle against evil.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
You saw it too. The traders, the dying girl.
It's only us here. Your group, you, me, Wendu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you. Any chance you can whip it out again? We do kinda need it. Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous, and when I'm upset, and when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sull. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kin.
And what if he can't make it happen a second time? What then? The tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
I think I saw the memories of L'Oreal, the angel who died here.
L'Oreal? That really was L'Oreal? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it. And now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood, no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Now, Wentawag, don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before him, along with the angel's name and all that other stuff, because he doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sull, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the Abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
Wait, what's going on? DMC anime is so much worse than her. Lady is an unlikable woman. Yeah. There's no character arc. And there's this weird American politics plotline. And an out-of-character moment of Virgil calling himself the Storm is approaching. If you played Devil May Cry 3, you would see that Lady was always very, very annoying, at least at the beginning and middle of the game. It's like near the end, she became somewhat likable. Lady was great in DMC 3. Did you play the same game I did? She's untrusting, has a reason for it. There's untrusting, and then there's shooting someone in the face for not wanting to drop you off a building. Like, what the... I don't know what she did in the new remake of the anime, but like, in the game, first impression's fucking terrible. Untrusting does not mean you go for attempted murder, and she did not know Dante would survive a bullet to the head. So, nope, she tried to kill him. It's very unlikable. She's in a building filled with demons. She already saw him ride a rocket. Nope. He rode the rocket in the next scene. Since to suspect he wasn't human. Again, she didn't see that happened later. First impression was shooting him in the head after catching her off of falling off a building. That's it. Terrible. Again, she did get better. She does have character development. She does get better later, but still, initial impression is terrible. She fell before he fought Sir. No, she fell after that. You know, because they were climbing up the tower at that point. Anyway, let me keep going with the game. All right. Requires angel mythic path, reveal the light of heaven. It seems I can control it.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing. Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
Yes, it's similar. But this light is more... golden? Chief Saul needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then... the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras.
And the rocket scene was first, because when the rocket scene happens, after the boss fight. If you're sure. I don't remember. I remember the library scene with the rocket happening later, but okay. All right. Lead us to your chief, and I'll decide if I'm going to help you out or not, or help you or not. Also, by the way. She's not a good person. She's still a terrible character if her initial reaction is shooting a rocket at somebody that she considers human. Rocket scene is when she's on the motorbike. When he jumps around the room. Alright, again. Shooting a rocket at someone as your first initial impression is still not good. I understand that if the remake made Lady worse, that's an accomplishment, because she was still pretty bad as far as first impressions went in Devil May Cry 3. In their arc together. Alright. Alright, let's see. Lead us to your chief, and I'll decide if I'm going to help you or not.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
What do we have here?
The mongrel did it.
Alright, let's see. First things first, we're gonna go over to Lan and take the potions off of him. Let him keep the bow for now.
Tear your throat out!
None of the enemies here are remotely
The world in crimson!
with this large of a group. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything fancy. More scrolls of inflict wounds. That's always good. Mainly because this is the only real form of healing that Alucard has. Speediest retreat does what? Increase base speed by 30. What's that? He is a wizard, so I can't actually copy to spellbook all the spells. So I'll do just that. Copy the spellbook. Same for this. Let me pretend Dante is any better than her at the start. See, really doesn't care about anyone. True lady, care about anyone. Okay. If you say so. Alright. Let's see. We're gonna save here. Pretty sure the fight up ahead is actually a pretty tough one.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Right. It's like 3 of these Earth Elementals, right? If it was just one, it'd be easy.
A bright future awaits us.
Charge.
No mistakes.
Charge.
You can
and
trust
charge.
me.
Yet another obstacle.
Interesting.
Oh, there was only 2. I guess it's only higher difficulties, just 3 of them. We got Wand of Cure Light Wounds. Well, that's useful to someone. Who has the highest use magic device? Unless someone has higher than 2, maybe. Okay. It's either me or Sela. That's pretty bad. Okay. Another one here. And we go from there.
I'll go ahead.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome,
I'll watch you
Lan.
back.
Right. Can she learn? She can use inflict wounds, so we're actually gonna have Camellia on the team long term. Can restore any one spell. Which person? Okay.
I
How long
I hear
Mongrels
the voice
enlarge
of the
person
spirits.
by a minute. Okay. We'll cast
Time's
it on
not
Sela.
waiting.
Cast Mage Armor.
I will help where I can.
Ready for
Sela's
anything.
too low level to cast anything. Alright. Found my new favorite. Stay comp in Battlegrounds too.
I know the way.
Neat. Alright, let's see.
I'll rip you apart!
I am prepared.
I'm gonna charge in. It's a giant fly.
No
but
reason
still.
to pause. Do not fear! Do not wait!
Unexpected outcome.
Nice. So far, so good.
Follow my lead.
Just roundabouts. Alright, so there was something.
As it should be.
Okay.
You'll make a fine
You trust the wrong mongrel.
Your pain is my pleasure.
Gross. Get a comma. A masterwork greatsword. Actually, wait. And the light shield. So, actually, we're better off giving him the masterwork greatsword. Right now, it's a +4. What's he got? A +4 to hit and damage with the masterwork greatsword. Still a +4 to attack. It's just more power. And since I don't have a shield for him, this is just better. Wait. This. Oh, your background set. The Naga, some new minions. One is a tier 5. It gives all minions +4 health. 2 health, 4 if she's golden. There's another Naga that's tier 6 that makes any other friendly Naga. So the deck strategy is focused around
That is
a
not
bunch
far.
of snake folk. Alright. See. Windwalk glances at Lan, who is fixing his slipped bowstring, and quickly walks over to you. Her cat-like eyes glow from beneath her hood. Listen here, you. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you and I are the only two people here who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you, don't show the light of heaven to Sol. Lan is sure that the light should be shown to the mongrels. Lan, Windwalk grimaces, and a guttural husky snarl unfurls in her throat. He wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me, it sounds like suicide. The worst part is that the tribe might actually take his words to heart and follow where he leads. I thought you considered the mongrels to be great warriors. The descendants of great warriors. I believe that my people are worthy of greatness, that we are strong and can do many things. That's why we were chased down here. We scared people. But it's one thing to go hunting in the caves and another to fight in the shield maze. Windwalk leans closer, her pupils dilating. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we fought. But we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge. It's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as the primordial night. And if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. Windowog looks away. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again. And it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters burst into the maze with no idea of where they're going. All because Lamb believes that a glowing sword will solve all our problems. This is a good argument. Wait, what's going on? Let's see. Not the deck, just a board. Battlegrounds is an auto battler. You buy cards from the shop. Huh. Alright. I guess I'd have to see it in action to fully understand what you're talking about. I thought I was still just building a deck. Alright. Huh. Don't you want to save the kids lost in the maze? I do want to. But I'm not going to risk the future of the tribe for the sake of a few stupid kids. Chief Soul is hesitant, and for good reason. He also understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. Land's the only one who benefits from these childish games of heroism. I'll go alone if I have to and find them, or whatever's left of them. Without any heroics, relying only on myself, risking only my own life. Windowog slows. You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze together and find the way out to the surface. I'll think about it. Let's go. Basically, you just buy minions from the shop. You can level the shop up, and the cost goes down every round. Once combat begins, minions attack randomly in order of left to right. Okay. Alright, let's go. Windowog nods. Don't show the chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface. I swear it. To Nephon.
Open your heart to me.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. There's a few things to actually change here. One, we're gonna give her one cure, inflict wounds, just to help healing. That's gonna be it. I'll take away his bow. He doesn't need it. Alright, let's go. Players take damage at the end of combat if they lose to the enemy's taverns. Tier plus the added tiers of all minions left alive. If you can hunt, you're welcome to stay. Don't even want to know what's happening up there. You have nothing to feed you. go to one of the other tribes. Oh wait. When players take damage at the... Alright. So, you mean you can just focus on increasing all your minions' survivability instead of doing damage? Alright. Hold on a sec. Be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Let's see. I miss... Oh boy. Let's see, deal with that. That there. Over here. Alright. Okay. Alright. Done with that. Now, you responded with what you're supposed to do in rounds. Your goal is to win with as many minions left standing, ideally. Fair enough. Right. So you can't just win the game by playing spells that just wipe the board. Alright, well, looks like we managed to talk to Chief Saul, so... Your first impression of the mongrel village is of a squalid dump, with the odors to match. Unblinking, glowing eyes watch you from the gloom, and deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white, eyeless fish, while others are repairing fishing nets. All the signs of normal village life, but tense expectation hangs in the air. A heavy-set, aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way toward you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face has a distinctly rat-like appearance with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture. Uplanders, end times are upon us indeed. It's hard to talk with that. Alright, Chief Soul, we found the angel's sword. And we found the one who can wield it. Lan points at you. He had a vision, and now the angel's sword, together with the light of heaven, are somehow inside him. Gather the tribe, anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive. We can go save them. Soul raises his hand with ragged, broken fingernails. Ah, lad, always dreaming, always talking. You're too hasty. Too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you in trouble. Soul eyes you up and down, an uplander with the light of heaven. That's too good for us. Our kind don't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lan trusts people because he likes to believe. Isn't that right, Lan? I'm the chief. I don't work on faith. Show the light. Lindelof stares at you intently, like a cat watching a bird, and shakes her head in warning. Is there someone else from the surface here? Soul points off to the side. There he is, hale and hearty and prim as a peacock, just like me. Soul laughs, but quickly returns to business. It's not good. Too many uplanders. It's not good. It's not right. What are you up to here? You're not one of us. We're not your kind. When the time comes, we'll come to you, not you to us. I will help you find the lost mongrels in the maze. but you can quit hoping for a magical sword to appear. Windwalk lets out a satisfied laugh. At last, someone's talking sense. You don't understand. It's holy light. It will scare off the monsters that dwell in the maze. Lan drops his voice. Listen, I don't personally believe in this angelic light, but Soul does. Show him. It won't cost you anything. Lan is mistaken. We didn't find the sword. Lan whips around to look at you stunned. He clenches his fist for a moment, as if planning to shake the truth out of you, but he quickly gets a handle on himself. I don't know why you're lying, but no doubt you have your reasons, but I know it's a lie, and you know it. And Windu knows it. Lan turns to Windwalk. Tell him, Windu. Windwalk stares blankly back at him. I saw the light shining between the rocks, and then it went out. Lan saw what he wanted to see. Why are you doing this? Doing what? Telling the truth? Let's see. I don't want the blood of gullible Mongols on my hands. You saw some kind of light near me, and you fought. That meant I now have the angel's sword. You're mistaken. There's no drag other people into it. Well, no, I'm not gonna blatantly lie like that. I'll just explain. Oh, you know what? I don't need to justify it. Shit. Say nothing. Lan looks at you expectantly and sighs when you don't answer. Right. You and Windu have worked everything out between yourselves. You've played me for a blind mole here. Lan barks a hollow laugh. Everybody around me said that they didn't want to go anywhere or save anyone, but I didn't believe them. I always have to take things further than anybody else. Isn't that right, Chief? Fine. I see how things are. I don't need any more convincing. Lan offers a crooked smile. Peace, Lan. Miracles are not meant for us. We, the tribe, we wait. If you're one of us, you will wait. We're not going anywhere. Uplanders rushed now. There's a hut over there. You can rush there. Lan is silent, his eyes shifting from you and Saul to Windwalk. You made the right choice. It was the lesser of two evils. And now rest, so we can be at our best when we go into the maze. I promise to lead you to the surface, and I will. And with that, we all level up. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna save so I don't screw up any builds. Alright. Here. Go over to Windwalk. Level up. Let's see. Fighter is an option. Altering this will disable automatic leveling for the character for the remainder of the game. Are you sure you wish to proceed? Yes! There's many better options than what the game's base choice is. Of course, I can't change what she gets at level 1, but I can work with it. Alright, first, what does she have? She has precise shot, hunter. Oh, hunter background. Okay. Doesn't mean much to me, but okay. At level 1, she gets... Come on, game. Don't do that. Precise shot, point blank shot. Fighter proficiencies, bravery. No, she could have gotten bravery. But we're going to choose something else. Based on her... Alright, we should really check out her stats. Close the interface, yeah. See, 14 strength. Why is it -2? Right. She's currently suffering a -2 due to fatigue. So she normally has a dex of 20 and a strength of 16. Clearly, can work with that for a lot of classes. Right, so neutral evil, that's fine too. Alright. Wait. What else does she have?
Where do you want me?
Intelligence of 10. Alright, her mental stats are weak. So there's no point in trying to profit off of those. Moving on. I was thinking of making her an assassin because she's already evil, but assassins need to have intelligence for their poison to work. So, she's kind of useless in that regard. Yeah. Let's see. Yep, intelligence modifier changes how effective the poison is. So, moving on. Mental stats are crap, so pretty much all spellcasters are bad. The Slayer. Base Slayer does what exactly? Study target. It doesn't require any mental stat. It just does bonus damage. This could work. Up to level 19. Make her a shifter. The shifter focuses on wait, there's the Manticore one actually focuses on distance. Where touched. Tropic aspect. Wild effigy, maybe. No, as long as they benefit from shifter claws, that makes them a melee. Raid shaper. So, nope. Melee, melee. Alright. Yep. Child of the Manticore seems to be the way to go. Let's see. Familiar line creatures and shifters and forms are no exception. I'm sure the results of someone's vile experiment or some other circumstance that have dictated your shifting abilities have become twisted by Manticore blood. Alright, so the shifter aspect thing is lost, but she gets the Manticore aspect. Child of the Manticore takes on the aspect, getting a +2 to strength and dex. Can maintain this form a number of minutes equal to day +3 plus shifter level, that's good. The duration doesn't need to be consecutive. At 5th level, when making the first attack in each round, the spikes. Child and Manticore throws 2 spikes instead of 1. Roll the weapon damage for the spike attack twice. Wonder if this stacks with Rapid Shot. Alright. Then as you level up to 15, the bonus keeps increasing at 20. Making the first attack, Child and Manticore throws 4 spikes instead. That's good, but you won't get that because, you know, pre-made character. Alright, so what does the Child and the Manticore lose out on from this? Don't shrink. Alright, so at 19th level, they bypass anything but adamantine damage reduction. Critical multiplier becomes ×3. Spikes do 1d10 damage. Okay, that's good. Overall, this works. Manticore shape. 4th level can turn into a Manticore for a minute using Manticore shape as a standard action. Let's see. It's Manticore shape a number of times per day equal to wisdom modifier. While in this form, she gains a speed of +10, scent ability 30, 4 spikes, natural throwing range, axe. At 9th level, the Child of Manticore gains immunity to ground-based effects and a +4 bonus on damage rolls with natural attacks. Wait, the spikes count as natural attacks. At 14th level, the Child of the Manticore has improved natural attack. Spike attack. Let's see. Yeah, this is good. Level up her perception. Or nature, why not? What else is worth keeping and giving her? Let's see. Something that for her to be good at while in this party. Make her good at mobility, I guess. Should I focus more on mobility than nature? Sure.
I'm all ears.
Land kinda doesn't matter. We'll leave them alone.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Let's see. Camellia, on the other hand. If there is an alternate build to go for her, I don't know what it is. There's a lot she can't be because of her alignment. It's just kinda spoiled if you actually look at everything that requires an alignment choice. You can tell she's not lawful good because she can't be a paladin. She can't be anything lawful because she can't be a monk. Then you just keep going until you can kind of figure out that she's actually chaotic evil without even looking at, you know, her actual alignment. That's it. Among what I can turn her into, is there anything better than the shaman spirit hunter? Let's see. Spirit hunter is a full caster. Yep. But like, what else can I do with her? Let me go back and see what her stats are. 13 charisma, 16 wisdom. With a 16 in wisdom and a 19 in dex. There's a few wisdom-based casters I could turn her into, I think. She can be a cleric. Let's see. Who's her deity of choice again? She never chose one. That can't be right. Everyone has one, like, by default. Like, you go over here, go to character, summary, under abilities, yeah. Lamash 2 for her. Abilities, so Len chooses Iomade for his deity. Right, here she is. Green Faith. What's this? Faith is a naturalistic philosophy based on the belief in natural forces are worthy of attention and respect. Followers of the Green Faith meditate daily, commune with natural forms of power, and show respect to nature and all things. Animal, earth, fire, plant, and water. Okay. My curiosity, if I chose cleric, could I change the deity she worships? Not even choosing anything else. Nope. Someone that's actually good at this stuff. Channel negative energy. Domains. Yep, she can't change the faith. But she might have better options here. Dex of 19 and a wisdom of 16. She can get herself an animal companion. Alright, so first things first. There's one thing to always keep in mind. All the other characters are locked out of getting their level 20 ability. So, for a case of clerics, it's always chosen based on their domain. Anything at level 20? Nope. Yeah, nope. Animal companion at 4th level, and that's it. just stick with that. Earth domain. Acid dart, range touch attack. Acid resistance at level 6. And goes up to what could be immunity at level 20. Let's see, is fire in the same boat? Yep, fire's in the same boat. Firebolt. Plant domain. Okay, enlarge. What else? Well, this doesn't actually help for her. She's a dex build, so enlarge self doesn't help her. What about water domain? Ice. Let's see. Cold resistance. Ranged ice attack. Moving on. I mean, cleric might not be the way to go for her. Or if it is, then it wouldn't just be the base cleric. Let's see. One gives armor. Let's see. Crusader. Which? Demon Bane Priest. I'm not sure what's the best way to go. She can't go for a Priest of the Balance due to her alignment. Alright. Moving on. Okay. Technically, the Alchemist is intelligence based. I'll check to see if there's a version that uses wisdom. No. Grenadiers is a no, I believe. I don't have enough knowledge on this game to do too much with Camellia. But I do know that the shifter choice for Windwall was good. Alright. We'll stop here for now. I gotta take a break. And I'm hoping the recording for this is going to be much better than yesterday's. Alright. Thank you to everyone who joined me on this run of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Let's see if the improvements actually made a difference. I'll see you all later. Until then, please take care.